Welcome to the channel TechBase. You can get global latest technological news in daily video. Recently, due to the United States' attempt to expand its own high-tech company's share in the global market, so much so that they regard chips as an important object to expand their market share, and it is precisely because of the various unreasonable practices of the United States that chips have always been the object of attention of major consumers and many citizens. In order to have a more thorough understanding of the Chinese market, recently, many foreign media have chosen to disassemble and analyze Chinese mobile phone brands. In the end, after testing, most of the mobile phones currently circulating in the market in China have chosen domestic chips. Such a result surprised the foreign media, because they did not expect that the Chinese chip industry could still maintain a good momentum of development under the suppression of the United States. Due to the U.S. sanctions and suppression in the field of chips, a mobile phone brand in Shenzhen has already chosen to use self-produced chips and domestic chips as the core configuration of its related series of products. Due to the lack of supply of related foreign chips, it is in such a situation. This company has to use its own chips to improve related supporting facilities, and this company is Huawei. Due to the tripartite restrictions imposed by Japan, the United States and the Netherlands, Huawei temporarily lacked relevant chip suppliers in the international market. Therefore, in order to break through their own embarrassment, they had to adopt a backup plan, which is to improve and upgrade the chips they have developed as soon as possible, so that they can support the development and release of their related brands. As a relatively well-known private enterprise in China, Huawei can definitely be regarded as the leader in the industry. From various performances in the field, we cannot see that Huawei has always been at the forefront of the field. Especially in the face of the official suppression of the U.S. government, Huawei can still withstand tremendous pressure and continue to develop its related businesses in the global market. Today, Huawei is still relying on its own strong strength to survive round after round of fatal blows from the United States. Looking at the world, there is absolutely no technology company in the world that can dare to face multiple rounds of sanctions by the United States like Huawei. And suppression. The mobile phones disassembled by foreign media are from two other brands besides Huawei. One is from Beijing and the other is from Dongguan. After dismantling, after comparison, the media found that because the brand in Beijing is a product of a foreign holding company, more than 80% of its accessories are from overseas, while the mobile phone brand in Dongguan, Guangdong has already used completely self-produced related core equipment. In addition to the continuous increase in the proportion of China's mobile phones in the market share of domestic components in their own brands, in terms of their own industrial system, China's mobile phone industry chain has also developed to a relatively complete stage. Today, China's manufacturing industry has strong development potential in the high-end market, both in terms of technology and related supporting facilities. Because the United States has repeatedly imposed sanctions on China in the high-tech field, China's manufacturing industry has been under strong pressure during that period of time, and China has begun to move towards localization. Especially in terms of high-tech products, the country has continuously signed relevant treaties and promulgated the latest policies, giving enough attention and preferential treatment to the research and development of high-tech products. In terms of chips, the state has given strong support. This move aims to improve the research and development of China's high-tech fields, so as to promote the transformation and upgrading of China's entire manufacturing industry. Nowadays, the development of China's high-tech related industries can be said to have reached the level of the middle reaches of the world. In some fields, China is at the forefront of world development. As early as more than 10 years ago, China had reached the world's leading level in a certain field. Especially in the LCD panel market, China's share in the global market has reached nearly 70%. Under such circumstances, the South Korean Samsung brand has lost the right to compete with China. In terms of OLED panel development, China has shown even more terrifying strength. After being sanctioned by the United States, China has achieved full-scale mass production of OLED panels in just half a year. In 2021, China's supply has far surpassed that of South Korea, and it has become Apple's largest OLED panel supplier. According to relevant market research, many consumers have found that, as of now, a large number of display screens for Apple's smartphones and tablet computers come from Chinese suppliers. Specifically, China's Luxshare Precision, Lens, SG Micro Industries, etc., have become Apple's most important partners. Although the American Apple Company has focused its own development on Vietnam, India, and other places before this, in fact, India and Vietnam are only engaged in the simplest establishment of Apple, and in the research and development of related technology products, Apple still cannot do without China's scientific research. Now, in order to ensure the sale of its own related products, Apple has established a number of new factories in Shanghai, Guangdong, and other places. From this point, we can also see that China's smartphone industry chain has shown relatively tenacious vitality and market competitiveness. Nowadays, most of the well-known domestic mobile phone brands in China use China's own chips, and this is enough to reveal that the US's technology sanctions against China have played a role in promoting China's self-manufacturing to a large extent. All in all, China's semiconductor industry has been able to achieve a clear division of labor, allowing China's scientific research and technology levels to continue to improve. If you wait another 2 years, the US plan may be completely bankrupt, because China will definitely develop more high-quality chips at that time. At that time, chips made in China will be on the international stage, and China's development will no longer be restricted by other countries.